And welcome back. We are here for the final day of Alliance Tournament 8. We have the first match, Rote Kapelle versus HYDRA Reloaded. Rote Kapelle on the left-hand side of your screen, highlighted in red on the overview. Fielding a Balcorn, a Proteus, an Eos, a Curse, a Guardian, 3 Daredevils, and 2 Keres.
And for HYDRA Reloaded, we have 3 Myrmidons, 3 Rooks, an Oneros, an Ishkur, and 2 Tyrannus. And
we are just waiting now for the countdown from CCP Claw and local. 2 very interesting setups there. The first time we've seen triple Myrmidons fielded, and of course the Balcorn, Dry Rotter from Rote Kapelle, their flagship on the field, piloted by Logan Firelight.
Is Tyrannus plural Tyrannuses or Tyranni?
Tyranni, Tyrannuses. I've got no idea.
Well, somebody can post because I have no idea.
Yes, forum posts about plurals. We're just waiting now for the countdown in local from CCP Claw, and we should be underway. Again, triple Rook setup from HYDRA. We've seen this used in the past, a hell of a lot of ECM. But we've got the counter in the form of the Curse on the part of Rote Kapelle. So it's going to be interesting. A lot of cap warfare there on Rote Kapelle's team. Who are you putting your money on, Darius?
I'm going to put my money on HYDRA Reloaded, just because those guys are interesting.
I think I'd really like Rote Kapelle to win, purely because of the fact of, again, I've got friends there. But I think that I'm going to have to go with HYDRA Reloaded, purely because of the fact that they troll Pandemic Legion so epically.
Well, yeah, that's one of the things. Like, I mean, you can bring nice setups and stuff, but I'm always going to go with the better posters. And I think HYDRA Reloaded do a decent enough job of that. So,
yeah, I've got to agree. So we're still waiting for the countdown from CCP Claw.
Some of you might notice when the ships come in, I've had a lot of people ask questions about well, not that one, but when the ships come in, sometimes you'll see a sliver of shield damage missing. The reason that's like that is because when you're actually moved from system to system, they're moved into the system prior to the fight beginning, and when you're moved, it's a session change, and all your bonuses and stuff get reapplied when you get back into the system, so you end up, missing a little bit of shields. It looks like somebody just got in trouble.
Yep, looks as if CCP Claw has penalized a violator of HYDRA Reloaded for moving while the match was not underway. He had not given the green light. And straight away there, wow, hell of a lot of drones out. We can expect this from a triple Myrmidon team, I guess. They haven't gone with sentries, in fact. They've gone with... one of the Myrmidons has sentries out, and it looks as if they're a mixture of Warrior 2s and Berserkers out in the field.
That they are, and it looks like the Rote Kapelle team is, at least initially, primaried one of the Rooks for HYDRA Reloaded.
Yeah, it's interesting to see that straight away there, HYDRA Reloaded going for the flagship of Rote Kapelle. Wow, I mean, this flagship, if we can take a look at the fittings, isn't actually that expensively fitted. It's double plated, but it doesn't have any real high-end, other than its Webbers, which it has 2 Officer Webbers on it, but other than that, it's kind of vanilla T2 fit. But we'll see how it goes. Our flagship's name, of course, as we'll refer to it, is Rote Dry. So we're just waiting to see how this plays out.
What actually happened a second ago is I'm just going to give a mental high five to the Oneros pilot from HYDRA Reloaded. They're primarying their Tyrannus, and you can see it dips down, and then they'll move around. It's a typical move. We're going to try and switch targets faster than the logistics pilot can keep up with. As you can see, they just jump to one of the other Tyrannus and back and forth. But the Oneros pilot, at least thus far, had been doing a good job and is now going to make a liar out of me.
Oh, and first blood goes to Rote Kapelle, one of the Tyrannuses, L-Tar of HYDRA Reloaded going down. We can see there, it looks as if they're trying to give the Guardian of Rote Kapelle a bit of a tough job as well, switching targets, trying to get some of these frigates off the field.
Yeah, that they are, but HYDRA Reloaded is also very close to losing a Rook.
Oh!
And yeah, they lose it right there. That's going to be a bit of a problem. And their strategy essentially was that they were switching between the Rook and the Tyrannus and the other Tyrannus and bouncing around, switching targets so quickly that the Oneros pilot couldn't keep up with it.
Yeah, we've lost 1 Daredevil and 1 Keres, 2 Keres now from Rote Kapelle, with a Rook and a Tyrannus off the field for HYDRA Reloaded. I was expecting this to go drastically one way or the other, given how hard these teams have been hitting their opposition, but it looks as if it's actually going to be pretty evenly matched. Oh, another ruck down for Hydra Reloaded as well. 2/3 of their ECM off the field.
Yeah, I was going to say it's going to become less evenly matched as the other side is more easily capable of locking targets.
Oh, without a doubt. It's interesting to see they've barely even scratched the Guardian pilot from Rote Kapelle there. He's pretty much unchallenged at this point.
That they are. It looks like they're shooting, I'm going to say Tyranni this time. One of the final remaining Tyranni. No, that would be Tyrannus, and then I would just have been wrong every time. But the Oneirus pilot switches to it again. We still have a lot of drones. I'm not sure whether those are still mostly light drones. They're out on the field for Hydra Reloaded. And it looks like Rote Kapelle is going to focus on that last remaining rook for a second as well.
Yeah, Hydra Reloaded field a mixture of Valkyrie 2s, Warrior 2s, and Berserker 2s actually on the field. We've got light shield maintenance bots on the field from Rote Kapelle, and that's pretty much about it. We've got the Oneirus for Hydra Reloaded actually taking a little bit of drone fire there.
Which is just fine because Rote Kapelle just lost their curse. And it looks like this may have swung in the other direction.
Yep, it was a strong showing initially from Rote Kapelle, but it looks as if it's actually turning the tide, as you've said, towards Hydra's favour. It's not over yet. We'll see how it goes, but yeah, forces on the side of Rote Kapelle really dwindling.
It's not over till it's over. That's what I always like to say.
Absolutely. And Darius is going to try and get me into a laughing fit here, but it isn't going to work.
Well, to help you out a little bit, Hydra seems to have switched targets to the Guardian for Rote Kapelle. When that Guardian goes, they'll have a significantly easier time chewing through the 3 remaining ships.
Yep, absolutely. We've seen so many times the logistic ships are absolutely a linchpin of the loadouts for a lot of these teams. We've seen them used as bait quite a lot as well, and T3 taking their place as a primary logistics platform. But in this case, the Guardian's most definitely not bait. And I think that Balcon is going to be in serious trouble once Ilterud of Rote Kapelle is down. Well, in this case, if the Guardian was bait, it was very poor bait. Yeah, really, really horrendous bait. I can see as well there, the Myrmidons of Hydra Reloaded are actually autocannon fitted. 4 autocannons, and they're probably using 2 of those slots, high slots, as utility slots. Potentially smart bombs, maybe cap transfer. And we'll have to have a closer look. Hydra Reloaded switches to the Rote Kapelle Proteus. It doesn't look like Rote Kapelle's putting out all that much damage any longer, which I guess shouldn't be surprising when a majority of your team is no longer there. They are trying to slowly chew away at that Oneirus, but I'm not quite certain that that's ever going to happen. And if you notice, the flagship is now in half armor and dropping fairly rapidly. We can see there all 3 Myrmidons from Hydra Reloaded are crowded around this Balcon now. It's Newton, all 3 of them, but unfortunately it just has this absolute swarm of Mimitar drones, all 3 drone sizes, Mimitar drones, sat around it, so I don't think he's really going to last much longer. He's about to hit structure, and it looks as if it's going to put Rote Kapelle out of the run-in for the tournament. Yeah, he's about to become a Balgon. Yeah, the puns are thick and fast today. But yeah, it's nice to see that the Oneirus pilot from Hydra Reloaded was quick on the ball initially, and got their penalised Myrmidon back up to full armor pretty much instantly. Yeah, not only that, but he was keeping the Tyranni alive back when there were 3 of them. So that would be the plurals. And the flagship for Rote Kapelle disappears. But what I was saying earlier was he was able to keep the 3 Tyranni alive, which was, over the long term, his ability to switch targets on his teammates and keep them alive. I don't know if we say it enough, but when you do focus a setup around a logistics pilot like this, the skill of the logistics pilot is very, very important compared to some of the other ship classes on the field. Absolutely. I mean, I'm a logistics pilot on TQ quite a bit myself. I usually fly a Guardian if I ever do it, and it's very difficult to keep such a small hull alive. I mean, you have no hit point buffer when you're trying to keep a frigate alive, so it's very difficult. It can be alphaed very easily, and you have to be extremely quick. We can see there Julianus Sauter of Rote Kapelle in his Proteus. He's heavily webbed. heavily tackled. He is smart bombing, but it doesn't look as if he's going to last much longer.
No, not at all. And once that Proteus falls, they'll switch to the EOS. Not because for any great strategic reason other than that will be the last remaining ship on the field.
Yeah, we've got, well, it's gone completely the opposite way that I thought it would be at the start of the match. I mean, Rote Kapelle seemed very dominant at the start. They got rid of 2 of the rooks, very quickly dispatched them, and then it just looks as if it's somehow gone downhill. And that Proteus is down. Only Battalion left for Rote Kapelle.
You know what I like the best about Hydra Reloaded winning this match?
What do you
It
like
means
the
I
best?
was right.
Yes, it means you were right. It means I can't even remember who I put my money on. And
You
I
picked the other guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably, yeah. But yeah, it's unfortunate to see Rote Kapelle go out because they're a good team. They've had a good run so far. But I think HYDRA Reloaded are just like I've said before in previous days. They're just a class act. They know what the hell they're doing, and they've got some really solid tactics behind them. Some awesome forum posters, and it's just an excellent combination.
And a really good FC. And they also gave you the opportunity to plug yourself as a logistics pilot. You're like, I'm Verone. I fly a Guardian, no big deal.
Yeah.
Switch targets.
Yeah.
It's not easy being me, but
Hey,
sometimes in
I
space,
admit,
space is a cold, hard place.
Yeah. And you need the warmth of a logistics pilot to keep you alive. Yeah, the remaining one single remaining command ship now for Rote Kapelle, Battalion from he's actually from Stimulus, former Star Fraction Corporation. They kind of splintered off a while back, and I think that's where pretty much where all the good PvPers went, to Stimulus and into Rote Kapelle. So
Both of them.
all of them, in fact. There was quite a few. They're not actually about alliance. They're pretty good. But yeah, let's see there. The last command ship, the EOS of Rote Kapelle, is about to go down, and looks as if this is going to put HYDRA Reloaded through into the quarters.
I just pumped my fist. You can't see that at home.
And there we are. He's down and out. HYDRA Reloaded takes the win, and we can pass back to Soundwave.